Holy moly, everybody, it's Bikin McNuggets. It's been a year since I've recorded on the bike, and we're back in Raleigh again because it's where I live. So that's where we spend a lot of time. Luckily, Raleigh changes a lot, and so there's always new stuff to look at. But it's been a year since I made a video. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I started a new YouTube page. Now I have 3. But I've been furthering my artistic career, so to speak. I have a new channel called Painting Sasquatch for a year now. And see if we can cross. All right, so I've had a painting channel called Painting Sasquatch for the last year, and it's been going really well. And I've kind of neglected my bike riding. So this video I'm calling Roll Reversal. And I'm talking about fat rolls, because all the progress I made has been rolled back, so to speak. Got people taking pictures of people taking pictures. Oh, no. Hey. Try not to disturb their picture taking, but I'm here at the bell tower at North Carolina State University. Here's the sign. New clock works. So they still don't have bells in here, I don't believe. I know when they built it, from what I understand, was right around the time World War II came around, I believe. I could be making this up. It's been a long time since I learned this stuff. But I think construction stopped when they were putting the bells in because of the war. You know, in the war they were trying to procure metals and whatnot. That may have had something to do with it. So anything steel or whatever would go towards armaments. And again, you probably want to Google this because I learned stuff, and it's way back in the recesses of my memory. So as I go through, I kind of just try to remember what I can. But we're on NC State campus today. The heat kind of broke. It's only about 80 something degrees, low 80s. And the humidity has gone down significantly to about 60%. So good day to be riding. And another thing that is cool is that the GoPro Hero 12 just came out. It's September 14th today, 2023, and online it said the release date was September 15th, but apparently they came out a little bit early. I got mine yesterday. I can't really afford to buy another camera, but I have a camera problem, an addiction of sorts for camera technology. So I bought one on credit. So I'm back on my old stomping grounds where I used to wrangle bikes for Lime Bike before they went to all scooters. Behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you. Where was I? Take the cool little ramp up the hill here. He still don't know I was behind him. What a dummy. You can wear headphones at least. Use your eyeballs. So if I say stupid stuff, I'm kind of out of practice with this. And I kind of just say whatever's in my brain at the moment. So none of it's scripted. But I figured we'd take a little ride through campus, see what's going on. I had to get out and test out the new camera. It just had to be done. And I've got a lot of positive feedback in the last year or so. Even though I haven't been making videos, people seem to have been watching them. And I really appreciate that. You guys have really helped me get motivated again to do some more filming, which I really need, because I lost all the progress that I had made over the last couple years before that, as far as trying to shed some weight and rehabilitate my knee and get stronger. But I know it can be done now, so we're gonna start somewhere. You gotta start back somewhere. There's a phrase that I like to, or a saying that I like to use, that I heard a long time ago, that helps me in a lot of ways, because I tend to get overwhelmed with stuff sometimes. How do you eat an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time. So we're coming over to the brick yard. Oh goodness. Holy moly. There's a big hole. Wow. They just redid all this stuff a few years ago. And now it is completely gone. Whoever laid all those bricks is probably mad. So the old student union used to be like this circular building in this brickyard right here, like when I was in high school and stuff. And then they tore it down and put down like a little courtyard with bricks. And now it seems they are building another building. If you've never gone, have you never seen this brickyard before, you should go on Google Maps and check out the bricks from the sky. It's really cool patterns. And there used to be like an NC State in it somewhere. They may have taken that part up. But it's a really cool like pattern that they put in it. Can't really tell from the ground, but it looks pretty cool from the sky. So if you feel like it, that's a cool thing to do. This is like the cafeteria and whatnot, and the library stack. All right, let's go this way. Let's do a little loop around campus. Testing out some new equipment. I also got a new microphone system, a wireless mic system, so there's no wires dangling while I'm riding the bike, which is awesome. It's also capable of doing 2 mics at once, so I could get somebody to come ride with me and be able to mic both people. Which I have not done yet because everybody else has jobs. I'm a painter, so I work at night. All right, Brooks Avenue. It's a beautiful day. I know what we ought to do. Excuse me. So we'll ride down to the Free Expression Tunnel, get some paint fumes, and see what kind of terrible graffiti people have put down here today. Luckily, because I spent so much time on campus and stuff, I know all the little back ways and alleys and stuff, which is actually pretty fun. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me to Chapel Hill and ride on the bricks there, and I fell in love with it. It's a little different here. It's a lot of bricks, but I actually probably know this campus better than I do Chapel Hill, although I spent more time on the other campus. Well, it's kind of crowded. Might not be easy to get through here. Let's take the long way around. So let's see, we're gonna ride through campus and then head downtown. Maybe go check out the Capitol. They're redoing the dome on the Capitol building. It's copper, and ever since I've ever seen it, it's been green from oxidation, but they cleaned it apparently, and now it's copper again. This is one of the 3 tunnels that goes under the railroad tracks on campus. And it's got years and years of paint. See, this is the wall that usually has something worthwhile looking at. It's pretty cool. Very colorful.
just sitting up there and
All right. Yeah, so the campus is split in half basically with the railroad tracks going right down the middle of it, which kind of stinks. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? At least you can ride through with some puppy dogs. Puppy dogs. Hey, it's puppy time. Cutie pies. How? Free moms? What does that mean? This is Wolf Plaza with the wolf sculptures here. And Tally Student Union is ahead. Let's see here. It's kind of crowded, so I'm gonna try to stay out of people's way. I don't fit in on campus. I'm 48, so I probably just look like some weird old dude riding around with a camera on his head. But I don't care. So straight ahead, they have like a movie theater and a ballroom and all kinds of stuff to do in there. This is the student union building to the right. And in perfect form, somebody left a scooter right in front of the front door. Imagine that. You big dummies. You big dummies. Coffee shops, and you can get your state gear in there. Bookstore, whatnot. And on the other side is Reynolds Coliseum. And Jimmy V. with got his hush puppies on. This is a cool old building. It's kind of like that old mid-century modern style architecture. And I don't believe we can go in there with the bike, so we'll have to just see it from the outside. One thing I noticed, there's a lot of construction going on right now. Fences galore. That's Raleigh though in a nutshell. Ooh, look at this cool little machine. I'm guessing that's a tamp machine. Makes everything flat so you can lay bricks down. I've always had to do it by hand, and it's not fun. As many bricks as they have to lay, I can imagine that would not be practical. All right, so let's see, how do we get to where we want to go? I know where we need to. I think we'll go by way of Pullen Park. So we're gonna turn around and we're gonna go this way. There's a little greenway spot down here that goes over to Pullen Park. Some more of Reynolds. I don't think we can see inside, but we can try. No, the windows are tinted. This is the Case Academic Center. A lot of like athletes and stuff come here. I'm guessing that's where they get just help with the academics. Obviously, most college or high, what do you want to call it, high class college athletes aren't exactly there for the academics. So, and they have a lot of time they have to spend on their athletics, so they have to really plan their academic stuff accordingly. Starbucks is over here in the basement of the student union. Right here. This is where we used to set up bikes, so now they have a bike rack, which is good. Line bikes were a mess, man. I know firsthand. This is the gym that they built probably 3-4 years ago. Very nice. So what we're gonna do, we've got to go down to this tunnel, get on the greenway. Oh, thank you. Very kind, thank you. All right, here we go. Carmichael Gymnasium. This is the swimming aquatic center. Oh, I'm gonna stop and get a little drink of water. The practice football field is right across the street, or at least one of the athletic fields. Used to be the practice football field, but they actually moved that out towards the stadium. I say used to be, but that means like when I was a kid, probably 30 years ago or something. All right, so, ooh, some nice bikes. All right, so we're gonna go underneath the street. This goes towards the track and field as well. The track and field is right here This is actually the softball field to the left. Crusher, get out. Oh, bumpy. And then it's bumpy. Oh, it's bumpy. It's bumpy. So track and field's over here and they're watering it and whatnot. There's somebody crushing some softballs. This is the ladies softball. I guess they don't have men's softball, do they? It's a beautiful little field though. All right, so Greenway is this way. And if you go up these stairs right ahead, that goes towards the basketball practice facility. I believe they still use that. So there you go, state campus. A little bit of it anyway. And this greenway goes along the little creek, which all of them do. Coming up behind you, on your left. All right, we can move. A little wind, breeze blowing on my face feels good. And the shade is nice. Oh, it's flooded down here. Last time I came through here, it was like a lot of tennis balls that kind of got stuck down here. The tennis courts are like upstream and people hit them into the creek and they float down and get stuck down here. I didn't see any that time though. This is the Rocky Branch Trail. And here we are at Pullen Park. This is the railroad tracks for the little train. On my main channel, Fruit Loop Films, I've done several train ride videos and Pullen Park videos for that matter. It's a beautiful park. And I believe it's the oldest public park in the state. At the same time, the land for NC State was donated by the Pullen family. They made half of it into Pullen Park, and the other half became NC State College, which was an agricultural college back then. It's looking lovely today. They don't have the pedal boats open for some reason. When I did my vlog recently there, I tried to get on the pedal boats and about sunk them all because I'm too heavy. And I stepped on the corner of it. But then I finally got in, and because my knees are jacked up, I could not pedal the thing, even though I ride bikes a lot. The pedals were too close to my chest, I guess. So I couldn't like bend my knees enough to do it. It was very sad because I was wanting to do it, hadn't done it in a long time. But anyway, enough about me. I was hoping the train would come through while we're riding. You'd think it would have, but maybe not. We can ride over here and see if we get a glimpse of it anyway. I hate to tease you with just some tracks. I want to see the train. It's like a 1/3 replica of a CP Huntington train. And it's a beautiful little model train. Can't ride our bikes inside the park, but we can go up to the entrance, see what happens. Yeah. Bikin McNuggets. Oh, I see it. I see it. And it looks like it is not in commission. Nothing is going on here today. What is up? It's parked in the tunnel, which it would not be because they don't load it in the tunnel. And that dude rode the bike through, so I'm just gonna not do that because that's not the thing to do. But this is a beautiful park. If you want to see it, go to Fruit Loop Films and you can see it and ride the rides. Now, where do we proceed? We can do one or two things. We can go up the hill. One way or another, we're going uphill. Okay. I think we should do that. All right, so we're gonna make our way over to the Capitol building and see the construction and the dome cleaning. See what it looks like. I haven't seen it in a couple weeks. But this is the portion of the video where I go really slow and breathe really hard and you get bored. Maybe I'll cut it out. All right, here we are, the railroad tracks. These are the ones that go right down the middle of the state campus that I was talking about just a little bit ago. And right down the way, you can see, well, probably not on this camera, but there's a little bridge down there, and that's Boylan Street Bridge, which has one of the most scenic routes or views of downtown Raleigh. The giant metropolis. It's actually pretty awesome. It's just the right size city where there's a lot of stuff to do, not a whole lot of insanity. The people are chill for the most part. A lot of folks here are educated, which is what I like the most anyway. Some stop at stop signs, some don't. But people around, I don't really fit in anywhere, I don't think, but people here are pretty accepting and pretty cool folks. But there's all kinds here in Raleigh. It's a nice mixture of people from all over, different backgrounds and interests. They're starting to catch on to bike lanes and stuff like that. It wasn't really designed with that kind of stuff in mind, but it's getting better. Speaking of which, there's a bike shop right here called Psychologic. Which recently had some issues because there was apparently another shop with the same name in like Texas or something who I don't know, they got like some bad reviews or something, and then people kind of just piled on, and I guess they assumed that they were the same company, and so he got like some unwanted negativity, I guess, unwarranted. Oh. So although this does say bike lane, it's not really a bike lane right there. But when you get up here, there's actual lanes drawn out and stuff. And all over the city, they've been adding them bit by bit. And this cool tree right here, if anybody knows what kind of tree this is, let me know, because it is interesting. Oh, there's a couple hawks flying right above too. I don't know if you can see that on the wide angle because they're kind of small, but that's cool. Anyway, that tree is really interesting to me. This is Hillsborough Street. And St. Mary's Girls' School is on the left here. I think that goes like all different grades and college. It's private. I'm assuming it's a girls' Christian school. It would have to be pretty expensive though, because this land is in the middle of like the really growing populated area. So I'm assuming they have to pay a lot, or it's worth a lot. So they probably have to pay a lot to maintain it, and taxes and whatnot. Oh, I see it. You may or may not be able to see a copper reflection through the trees right straight ahead. That's the dome of the Capitol. That's pretty neat. It's so different. Instead of the old green. Like a week ago or so, I heard there's people advocating to do the same with the Statue of Liberty, to polish it back to its original state, which would be the same type of thing. The Char Grill's still here, although they're going to build some big high-rise right there. They haven't started it yet. So you can still, I smell the burgers. Smells good. Here's this thing I'm not familiar with. 321 Coffee. This is new to me. It's a couple of newer buildings. A little coffee shop in the middle here. Nice little paved pavers, I guess. Oop, excuse me. And a TV. Interesting. I really like progress, but on the other hand, I can't afford to take advantage of any of it because everything's so expensive. This is Glenwood Avenue, Glenwood South, where you don't want to be on the weekend. Apparently, there's a lot of craziness that goes on. I've got a Bikin McNuggets video on a Saturday night going through there. It's pretty short, but there's not really anywhere to ride a bike on that street. If you're in the street, you get hit by a car. If you're on the sidewalk, you are in people's way. Bikin McNugget. But everywhere you look, there's like these really expensive, like big high-rise apartments. I guess high-rise for us anyway. Here's something you don't see when you're driving by because you can't see over the wall, but some old railroad tracks. I'm assuming they're still used because the rails are clean. But like I was saying, everything is so expensive. I can't even go out and have a beer anymore because I just can't bring myself to pay what people want for beers. But that is the problem with being an artist. Oh no. This is where I used to get my fiddle worked on. Montgomery Violins is now located just east of Moore Square. We'll have to go check that out. He's a top-notch violin maker and repair guy, although he's a little above my pay grade as well. There's some cool artwork. And the old roast grill. Taking a picture because it says hot wieners on it, and that's just immature. I'm immature, and I don't even think that's that's just stupid. But this is what I guess what Raleigh used to look like. Ooh, that's a cool apartment up there. The roast grill. I heard if you put ketchup on your hot dog there, then you get like kicked out of the place. It might have been a different place, but rightfully so. I don't know how I grew up eating ketchup on hot dogs. My parents should have taught me better. I love these little toadstools, mushrooms, what are you gonna call them? And a groovy little bench to sit on. That's my kind of stuff right there. Oh. The new, I'm having trouble. People are in the bike lanes, so I figured I'll have to ride on the sidewalk. This is the State of Beer where I recently had all my paintings hung up for the last month of August. They have another artist in there now. Really cool folks. I really appreciate them letting me do that. I actually sold a couple of paintings. All right, back on Hillsborough Street, and we're gonna go see the Capitol. Looks like they still have a bunch of construction equipment. I think they're redoing the inside maybe as well, because you can't go inside right now. Little drink of water. All right, this is Dawson Street that we're crossing Dawson, we're just crossing Dawson. Here's some old houses, and this is an old like Catholic school, cathedral school. I went to a wedding there when I was a young person. I honestly don't even remember who it was. I think it was my aunt. And this is McDowell Street. Not to be confused with McDonald's, where they have the Bikin McNuggets. Pardon me, I'm trying to just amuse myself sometimes. All right, we'll check out the Capitol and then maybe go find where Montgomery Violins moved to. That would be a good idea. There's another church. We have a lot of churches in Raleigh. Old churches. This is the Church of the Good Shepherd as opposed to the Bad Shepherd. Some churches in the South has lost their damn minds these days. I won't go any more into that, but some people have gone crazy with their religion recently. All right, you can see the dome. It's copper top. Let's see. Yeah, the roof is still the oxidized copper. You can see what the dome used to look like by the way the roof is along the base of it. You can probably see that where the flags are. Pretty cool. Excuse me. Sure. What a beautiful building, though. All right. We should be able to cross in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Whoa. Ah. All right. Now, we are officially downtown. There's another church. Well, yeah, still a church. And these are government buildings. I think this one across the street here is a federal building. Here's Fayetteville Street. And you get a good look at the Capitol here. George Washington at the base down below. And a couple cannons from like the Civil War era, I believe. Big ass truck. All right, we're gonna take a left here. Which you can't do in a car. Sometimes bikes are better. One thing that's happened since I've done a video here is they have a new city ordinance where you can carry alcoholic beverages around outside of establishments for the first time. In certain designated areas. Oh, that's cool. Little Honda scooter. I can't tell you exactly where those areas are, but I'm pretty sure they're like around where all the bars are and whatnot. It's probably marked off. Is the bus station. It's part of town where people don't know how to cross the street currently. And more square. Let's see, Montgomery Violins. It said east of Moore Square, I think. East. The sun sets in the west. So it's gonna be over here. I don't know where that would be. They got the fountains on. Backstage. I don't see anywhere where Montgomery's would be over here. It would make sense that it would be like, ideally, it would seem it would be over here in Market Square. I'll have to Google it. Like right over here somewhere. City Market, not Market Square. I knew that. It didn't sound right when I said it. City Market. Oh, it's really bumpy. Here's some old cobbles. Which I really like, except for when I'm riding a bike, especially my road bike. It does not like these at all. Blackbird Coffee. Let's see, let's check the El Rodeo, Mofu Shop, Big Ed's, Woody's, Sky Cafe, Vic's Italian, City Market Sushi, Barber, Social Status, Bridal Boutique, Rain Luxury Salon, Unleash, the Dog and Cat Store, Copper Line Plants, Artist Collective, Art Space, and the ATM. So, no Montgomery here. I'll have to Google it next time. I'm probably more interested than y'all are about it because I'm a fiddle player. So, all right. Woody's and Big Ed's right here. Hey, Big Ed's only open for breakfast, I think. They close at like 2 o'clock, I think. And Woody's is there. This used to be, what it was called? Not Green Sleeves. It was a big old brewery like years ago and it had a big fire, so now it's Market Hall. We got some big dummies pretend fighting. All right, I think we've done pretty good for our first day back. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing another Vitrio. I've enjoyed getting out again. It's a beautiful day. And glad to be back on the bike. Exploring again. The idea initially was to go to different cities and like do cool stuff like that. Alas, uh, making YouTube videos costs me money, whereas a lot of people make money. I actually spend money. You big dummy. Yeah, most people make money doing YouTube. Well, not most people, some people. The people you will see on your feed generally, but not me. So that's why I appreciate everyone who watches, because I do it for fun. It's a little pop-up dog park, man. How about that? That's kind of cool. Anyway, if you watched this far, bless your heart. I appreciate you. And come back and see us again on Bikin McNuggets. Peace out, everybody.